I never thought that I'd hit another burnout again last year. I went through them in my early 20s during the pandemic, and I couldn't believe I went through them again in my late 20s. Now, I'm slowly but surely recovering from it. So, after burning out twice, I think I may have figured out how to water the burn and keep it together. And a side note, again, this isn't unprofessional advice that I'm going to give, but this is what I did when I was facing burnout. But first, let's talk about why we burn out. According to the World Health Organization, burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from the chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. It is characterized by three dimensions: feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job, or feelings of negativism or cynicism related to one's job, and reduced professional efficiency. Well, efficacy. Yep, that ticked all the boxes that I went through trying to create a side hustle. And that got me here, burning myself out, and I fell into an unwanted roller coaster ride of emotions and exhaustions. I didn't want to keep the fire burning, so here were the strategies I used to keep myself from burning to the ground. So first things first, know that it's okay not to feel okay. Bottling up your feelings will only make things worse. So, rest. A study from the American Psychological Association said that we should physically and mentally rest. Give ourselves time to slow down. If you take a look at their article, as I scrolled, everything says rest, rest, and rest. So I did just that. No touching work, and began just to be present. Let it all out. Talk to your family and friends to discuss how you feel, and know that you've done your best. Know that at least you tried. You're not alone when things do not go as planned. I can tell you that a lot of my plans was derailed, and during my time burning out, I'd feel like a failure. Feel like I was dropped off in the dooms and I didn't know what to do with myself. This kind of acceptance is almost like the stages of grief that people go through, but the difference is that you didn't lose anyone. You lost a part of yourself as you were chasing something and no one notices it. And that's what makes burnout so horrible, because from the outside, nothing looks wrong. You're still showing up, still functioning, but inside, something has gone flatlined. I think what helped me most to get out of it wasn't on productivity hacks or new morning routines. It was just letting myself just sit with it, without going through another round of overthinking on how to solve this. So, if you're in that place right now where things are just stagnant, maybe the most honest thing I can offer is that you don't need to rebuild immediately. You just stop and be present. Let the emotions come and go. And when all is out and you'll feel better, then you can start picking things up again. The second thing I did was explore new skills that I genuinely wanted to learn. This helped me distract myself from feeling stagnant and that I was making progress. It's hard to explain why, but it felt fulfilling to learn something new. It also helped change the state of my mind, metaphorically speaking as well. Like, I felt, instead of feeling that I'm in the dunes, at least I don't feel that way again. It's more of that I feel like I'm in a path that I'm not sure where I'd go. At least it's a path, a dark road. But I have a flickering lantern, and I just need to keep moving forward. I'll give an example. Last year, I was interested in learning Blender. It got pretty well until I found out AI could hasten the process. And the technicalities were killing me. My God, all those nodes and all those I learned Blender Guru actually, the donut guru. But I kind of fell off during the nodes part. After that, I switched what I learned to AI, like how to leverage AI for my work and creative sides. And I'm still learning. I like how now, if I have new ideas, I'd consult with AI first, and I wouldn't use it as like a search engine, but it's more of like my partner. And this AI could give me solid structure of answers. So instead of randomly doing something, I'd ask the AI to give me a constructive detail of my plan, so I wouldn't charge in aimlessly or randomly. But never replace your friends with AI. Leading to my next point, call a friend. As introverted as we are, or how much we hate people, we are social animals. Remember COVID? I know some of us love working from home, but really we get lonely after that. And then the statistic told that too. A lot of people were depressed and anxious and can't wait to meet their friends and families. We need someone to talk to, have fun with, and most importantly, have someone to listen to us. But meeting face to face is the most important. So, call a friend. Call the one who genuinely wants to know how you're doing, not the ones who tap your Insta stories and move on. I call those Instagram service level friendship. People who track your life through what you choose to broadcast, but never actually ask how you're doing. Now, there's nothing wrong with those connections, but they're not the ones who you call when you're in the dunes. The people who wants to call you are the ones who slide into your DMs or WhatsApp actually, not to react, but to ask, hey, how are you doing? That question, when it's real, hits differently because it's not asking about your highlight reel, it's asking about you. Those kind of conversations are not in feeds. They happen over a call, over coffee, over a long walk where nobody's performing for anyone. Find those people, show up for them too, and when you're burning out, let them in. And speaking of social media, get out of there ASAP. As soon as you feel anxiety creeping in, get out. At this point, everyone knows that social media, particularly Instagram, is the number one source of random anxiety. The more you spend your time there, the more you'll burn your way out to dust with constant unwanted optimization. And I'm getting sick of it. Don't add the fuel to the fire. For me, I hate how I feel like a failure or behind in life whenever I go to the app. And there have been countless studies how Instagram is affecting mental health. Heck, New Mexico's suing Meta for it. For the month of Lent, I've been fasting from social media, and I cannot tell you how peaceful I felt for these past few weeks. In fact, now that Lent Day is coming to an end in 2 more weeks, I'm more anxious to come back to social media. In a bad way, actually. It kind of made me wish Lent could just extend for another year. I'll actually probably stay away from it for another month. For these past few weeks, I've been thinking about deleting it all the time. I kind of wish I could delete Instagram for good. As PewDiePie said,
Zuckerberg loved being a human. Well, what came out of that, in case you didn't know already, it was that 10% of all social media on Instagram is social. 90% is just bullshit. A bunch of information fed to you by a machine that don't know you and don't care to know you.
10% of social media is really about connecting with people. But the rest is bullshit. And I agree. But I still have good friends sending me giggles on Reels, or actually wanting to connect with me. That's why I couldn't bring myself to delete it for good yet. So my plan later on, once Lent Day is over, is still to keep away from that app. And lastly, write down how you feel, like what I'm doing right now. It has been so helpful for me since I was in middle school to write my feelings down, and oh my god, it has been very, very, very freeing. So that I don't just bottle up and go mad. In the past, I'd take a piece of paper, write down all the depressing feelings I've been bottling up in my heart, and then throw it away. Now that I'm older, I'd buy a diary and just let it rip. So write down your feelings with your hands. Don't type it out, use a book and pen, and let it all out. This method has been super effective since the time before social media. In fact, Psychology Today recommends this. It's another way of soul searching and to pry out whatever deep feelings that you bury. Don't bottle your feelings and don't keep them in your head. Write it out. So that's what I did to water the burnout of my soul. I'm still recovering, but all I know is that I felt so much better than I did a year ago. I'm less anxious, and little by little, I regained my confidence to seize the day. I hope this could help you deal with the burnout that you are experiencing too. If it doesn't, please do seek advice from professionals, and I hope you'll feel better too. Please remember that you're not alone, and remember to be present when facing these I don't know what you're facing. I wish for you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.